Good morning, students. Today I am going to revise the next chapter, that is percent and percentage. Give it up. Now in percent and percentage, few things I would like to tell you, I would like to inform you, because this percent and percentage chapter they are doing, I think, from class 4 or 5 onwards. You are knowing all those things. Then also once more little bit revision is required. I'll do the revision, I'll solve one or two problems, different types of problems. And then today I'll tell you, because some of you text me or some of you have a lot of questions, how the oral exam of math will be conducted and all those things. So I'll give you a little bit of idea about it, so that you will not get any confusion, you will not have any nervousness about the math oral exam or the Viva exam. So today I'll explain it to you, those things to you people. Okay? So listen it carefully so that you'll be able to understand everything. Don't get nervous about it. Okay? So first I'm going to percent and percentage. There, first thing you should know, to bring the percentage sign. Whenever you are going to bring the percentage sign, what you are supposed to do? You have to multiply the fraction by 100. Like, you got 5 marks out of 20 in your class test. So definitely the teacher will write it like this, 5 by 20. Okay, brother? And suddenly your papa phoned you and he wants to know what is your percentage of marks. Here it is not given in percentage, it is given in fraction form. So if you want to convert it into percent, whatever fraction given there, you have to multiply it by 100. So what do I do that? Here, 5. So what is your marks? Your marks is 25%. So whenever you are going to bring the percentage sign, you have to multiply the fraction by 100. On the other hand, to remove the percentage sign, like same thing, your percentage is 25%. Now to remove the percentage sign or to convert it into fraction, what will you do here? To remove the percentage sign, divide the fraction by 100. Divide means down, here nothing is 1. So right here, 25 by 100. Yes or no? If you cancel it, you can see the same thing, 5 by 520. So 5 by 20. So two things I told you. Like you say, sir, if you like this, 3 by 8%. And if you want to remove this percentage sign, what will you do? To remove the percentage sign, divide the fraction by 100. Divide means always will come down. I hope it is clear to you. So two things I told you. To bring the percentage sign, you have to multiply the fraction by 100. To remove the percentage sign, you have to divide the fraction by 100. And the third thing which I was supposed to tell you in the beginning only first, percentage means whenever you are calculating something out of 100. So these are the basic things. If you keep it in your mind, you will be able to solve the problem based on percent and percentage. Another things come, sometimes question asks you find the increased percent. Or sometimes question asks you find the decreased percent. Whenever you are going to find the increased percent or decreased percent, that is always calculated on the original value. Remember that. So whenever you are going to find the increased percent, what you are supposed to do? You have to say increase by original value or original quantity multiplied by 100. That is what is increased percent. Same way, if you want to find out the decreased percent, what you are supposed to write, beta? Decrease by original value multiplied by 100. If you do it, that is what is called decreased percent. So you know how to bring the percentage sign, how to remove the percentage sign, how to calculate the increased percent, how to calculate the decreased percent. I hope that is known to you and you are knowing about the percentage. Percentage means whenever you are calculating something out of 100, that is what is called percentage. Now I am going to solve some important types of problems. What type of problems basically come in the examination? Your final exam or any exam, if you go through the question bank, you will find out those types of problems are always coming in the examination type. Those types of few problems, 2 to 3 problems, I'll solve it in today's class, and then I'll discuss about your oral exam or viva exam of mathematics. Okay, beta? Now, please come to this question. This is page number 82 in your book, question number 14. This type of questions are important. And I told you that whenever you are going to solve any word problems, what you are supposed to do, beta, first you write what all things are given in the questions and what you have to find out. And if you have done those things, then you'll find out the math is not at all a problem or difficult task for you to solve it. So what is given in the question? I have not done anything. What is given in the question? Question said pass mark is 40%. Second, they said a candidate got or scored 65 marks in an examination. After scoring 65 marks, he failed by 3 marks. And what did you find out? What is the maximum marks or total marks of that particular paper or that examinations? I hope it is clear to you. Pass marks, pass percentage is given there. How much marks the candidate scored, that is given there. And he failed for how many marks, that is also mentioned there. And you need to find out the total marks. Before going to teach you anything, beta, if I ask you, in an examination you got 37 marks and you failed for 3 marks. So what is your pass mark? All of you will say, sir, 40. Why? Because you already got 37 and you failed for 3 marks. So the pass mark will be the marks obtained by you plus for how many marks you failed or not. So 37 plus 3 equal to 40 is your pass mark or not. Same way, here the candidate got 65 marks and he failed for 3 marks. So what is the pass mark of the examination? Will you be able to find out or not? So first I am going to write pass mark. I am not writing the full statement beta. You have to write it properly. Pass marks is equal to 65 plus 3 equal to 68 marks. Yes or no? First thing clear. Second thing, what is the maximum marks is not known to you. The things what is not known to you, you can say let the, I am not writing the full thing, M marks means maximum marks. Okay, let the M marks here means maximum marks equal to X. Yes or no? Now this is the maximum marks of the examination. And what is the pass mark? 40%. Therefore, pass mark here equal to 40% of the total marks or not. That will come how much? 40x by 100. Easily you can do it 2x by 5. So what is the pass mark, beta? 2x by 5. Now, is these two pass marks are equal or not? So, according to question, 2x by 5 equal to how much? 68. Yes or no? So, you can write here 2x equal to 68 into 5. I hope it is clear by cross multiplication. Therefore, x equal to 68 into 5 by this is 34. So, what is the number? 170. So what is the maximum marks of the examination? The maximum marks of the examination is 170. So I hope it is clear to you. Okay. Now I am going to solve one more problem for you. Now the next problem, page number 83, you go to question number 17, beta. Same thing. What is given there? I have written it here. This is there is a number. The original number is 8,000. In the first case, the number is increased by 20%. And the second case, the new number, after increasing whatever number you are getting it, that new number is decreased by 20%. So then what is the resulting number? So first, very easy. What is the original number? 8,000. Now what is the increase? Increase. How much? 20% of original number. That is coming what, beta? 20 by 100 into 8,000. If you cancel it, it will come beta 1600. Okay. Now, this is the increase. So what is the new number? New number equal to original number plus 160. Like, suppose in an examination you got 67 marks. And when you recheck the paper, your marks is increased by 5 marks. Now what is your new marks? 67 already was given in the report card. But you want to do the review of the paper. And after doing it, what you found out? 5 marks has been increased. So what will be your new marks in maths? 67 plus 5 is equal to 72 or not. Similarly here, earlier what was the number? 8,000. Now it is increased by how much? 1600. So what is the new number, beta? 9600 is the new number or not? Now what happened? This new number again decreased by 20%. Now again decrease equal to. What is how much decrease? 20% of 9600. Which number is decreasing? The new number. So that is 20 by 100. Okay, like your first time examination, your marks has been increased. And when your marks has been increased, you stop doing your studies so sincerely and seriously. So what happened? In final term examination, whatever marks you got in the first term, that marks has been decreased by 20%. So what marks you got in the final exam? That's the question. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can consider that. What is coming here? This marks is being decreased or not? So what is your final terms result or the new number? Here right here. New number or resulting number whatsoever might be. New number equal to whatever the number over here 9600. What then? Minus 1920. I hope it is clear to you. If you subtract it, what will come here? 0 and 0, 0 come, 2 here 8 will come, 9 and 1 10, 6 will come, and 2 7680 is the resulting number. I hope it is clear to you. Now I am going to solve one more problem for this chapter. These type of problems are very, very important. You must have been noticing, sometimes it said the price of some commodity has been increased, or sometimes you have noticed the price of certain commodity has been decreased. Whether it is increased or decreased, the family wants to keep the consumptions same. That means, suppose if the price is 100 rupees, that time also how many kilos of sugar you are using. When the price will increase by 20%, that time also you are going to keep the consumption, you are going to reduce the consumption, because how much money you are spending for the sugar, you are fixed to spend that much of money for. Suppose you are interested to spend 100 rupees for sugar. Okay, beta? So whether it is decrease or increase, you only wants to spend 100 rupees only for the sugar. When it is decrease also, you are not interested to spend more. When it is increase also, then also you are not interested to spend more or less. You are always interested to spend only 100 rupees. Suppose. So what you have to do here? When the price is increasing, definitely you have to decrease your consumption. मतलब तुम पहले जितना चीनी यूज करता था घर में, अभी उससे थोड़ा सा कम यूज करना पड़ेगा, because you are only allowed to spend suppose 100 rupees. Similarly, if the price decrease also, that time you may increase your consumption because you are only allowed to spend 100 rupees for sugar. I hope it is clear to you. Now what is happening here? It's very important to understand this type of problems. So what happened, brother? We don't know the original price of the sugar, what you are spending. So I can write original, I am not writing the full thing, you write properly. Original, let the original price of the sugar, let the original price, you can write here, let the original price of sugar equal to say rupees 100. You can take it x also. See, there are certain problems if you do it x, calculation is a little small. Similarly, this type of problems if you can take x beta, the calculation is very easy. You can solve it within 2 to 3 lines only. If you take x, big calculations come. So many steps are required. So it is up to you. If you want to solve with x, you are allowed to solve, or you can do it 100, you can allow to do it 100. Now the original price is. Now how much increase in price? Increase in price. Now that equal to 20% of what was original, because I told you increase and decrease always calculated on the original price or not. So 20 by 100 into 100 equal to how much is the increase? 20. So you write about the new price. New price equal to how much beta? 100 plus 20 equal to rupees 120 or not. This is the new price. Now price was 100. Now it is increase 120, but you are only allowed to spend 100 rupees only. So how much you decrease? So you have to decrease. So you have to decrease how much? You have to decrease how much? How much beta? 120 now the cost. But how much you are only allowed to spend? 100 rupees. So how much you have to decrease? You have to decrease 20. Now decrease is 20. So decrease percent. You are decreasing on which price? On 120. You are not decreasing on 100. You are only allowed to spend 100 rupees. So your decrease has been taken place on the price of 120. So when you are going to find the decrease percent, 20 by 120 into 100. This will cancel, this will cancel. Now I am doing with 4. Okay, 4 5 are 20, 4 3 are 12. So it is 50 by 3 means 60. 2 by 3%. I hope it is clear to you.